everyone, welcome to new session on machine learning. Today we are going to see about statistics. As I mentioned in the previous introduction session, machine learning is a combination of statistics and optimization. So before getting into the algorithms of machine learning, let us learn some basics like some topics in statistics and how to represent the data before processing those data with the machine learning. This might be helpful for you while writing the papers or technical presentations because putting the data as such in your paper is not that good. So you have to represent the data in a technical way. So this today's session might help you in that way also. So before getting into the machine learning algorithm, let us learn about statistics and what are all the different types of techniques in the statistics which are useful in machine learning. Okay. So the first topic today we are going to see about descriptive statistics. So descriptive statistics is or summary statistics that quantitatively describes the data. Okay. So descriptive statistics provides data summaries about the sample along with the observation made about the sample data. But you cannot make any conclusion along with the descriptive statistics data. You cannot have any generalized conclusion with this descriptive statistics. Okay, so you will understand what is descriptive statistics in the future slide in the forthcoming slides. Okay, if you have some data, you will not represent those data as such. Instead, you'll make a compact representation of the data. Okay, so four categories of statistical measure which are used in descriptive statistics are measure of central tendency, measure of frequency, measure of spread, measure of position. So in today's session, we are going to see only about measure of central tendency. So measure of central tendency is used to identify the central point of a given data set. And the primary measure of central tendency are mean, median, mode, and weighted mean. So let us see in detail about these mean, median, mode, and weighted mean. First is mean. So mean is obviously everyone know that the given value, sum of given values divided by number of samples. That is what I have written here. So here see the sum weights and sum of given values total is 65 and total number of samples are 6. So this is the average mean. So mean is also known as average score. Okay. So what is mean by median? So median, rather than aggregate all observation into an average value, the median pinpoints the data located in the middle of the data set to suggest a viable midpoint. Okay, so here if it is even, then two numbers will come. You have to take average of these two. If it is odd, then the midpoint is taken. That is the median. See here. Okay, median occurs at the position in which exactly half of the data values, so exactly half of the data values as you see here, are above, half are below when arranged in ascending or descending order. Okay, so before getting into the another measure, we have to compare a little bit between mean and median. Suppose if you have a data like 850, 60, 70 and so on, see here, the mean of this data is 164.28, whereas median is 60. So sometimes the mean and median produce similar results if the range is same. Okay, but in general the median is less susceptible and to outliers and anomalies as you see here. See here the outlier is 800. So this is reflected in mean, whereas median it is not reflected. So here the median is unaffected by the presence of first data point 800, which is a far greater in value than the other points combined. At times, it is convenient for any data scientist or for any student to reference the mean value of dataset, but it is better for her paper presentation rival to highlight the median values. So, with this conclusion, with these results, you might have concluded that it is better to represent with the median values. Okay. So it is your choice to choose whether to mean or median to put in your data, in your papers. Okay. So what is mode? This is even more straightforward than mean and median. The mode is a data point that occur most frequently. Okay, so what is the most frequent occurrence here? 5 is the most frequent occurrence here. And second is 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. So mode of all this thing is 5. But there comes a disadvantage. Mode can be a poor predictor for datasets that do not have single high number of common discrete outcome. So if you see here, if 4 is again 10, then that would be a problem. So in that case, we would have taken average for 5 and 4. So mode that it has a disadvantage if it has more than one number of single high number. Okay. So this is the disadvantage of mode. So then we are going to see about weighted mean. So weighted mean everyone would have come across in your college or schools. They are used in your ranking or marking systems. So see here, if you are in a college, then you will be attending your internals 1, internals 2, internals 3, and you will be given with some assignments and finally final exam. So for internals 1, only 0.1% is taken. For the three internals, same. For assignment, same 0.1 percentage of the mark you scored is taken. And for final exam, 0.6% of the mark is taken. Okay, that is 10, 10 each 10%, and for final exam, 60% of mark is taken. With this, weighted results are calculated and the cumulative value is taken. That is here, see here for this 79 is the total value, that is total mark. Okay, so let us calculate the same marks with the mean, median and mode. Okay, see here, see the difference. So for the data set, this for the 50, 60, 80, 90, 85, this is the marks scored by students in internals 1, 2, 3 assignment and also for final exam. Mean would be 73, see, and median would be 80, and mode you cannot calculate because there is no reoccurrence of the same single number, and the weighted mean will be 79. Okay, so now you have to understand like what is mean, median, mode and weighted mean. So you have to get clear where to use these techniques. Okay, so suitable measure of central tendency you have to choose to make your paper worth. So if for mode, it is easy to locate in dataset with a low number of discrete values or ordinal values. Okay, and median and mean can be used when you have a continuous variables, and weighted mean to emphasize a particular segment of data without discarding the rest of the data set. As you see in the marks, we didn't discard any marks. Okay, we didn't discard any internal marks or assignment marks, but they are considered in a least number of ways, where a final exam is considered in the major, impacted most. So if you want to take the data uh, without discarding, then you can go for weighted mean. So that this is up to you to choose any of the measure of central tendency to put up your data in the paper. So that's all for today's session. Thanks for watching. Keep waiting for the next session. Bye bye. Take care.